A coin that has a story as rich as its shine, a piece that whispers secrets from the past every time you hold it. Today, we're beginning our journey with the 1969 US. 1 penny, a coin that may seem modest at first glance, yet carries an unexpected depth of history and value for those of us who appreciate the intricate tapestry of American numismatic lore. The 1969 penny emerged during a time of transition in the United States, when the country was navigating social and economic change with a blend of optimism and caution. Minted at a time when the American economy was booming but also facing the winds of change in technology and manufacturing, this coin became a symbol of that unique period. Its creation was part of a long-standing tradition of producing reliable currency that not only served as everyday money but also evolved into collectible treasures as time moved forward. Collectors like you understand that even small denominations can encapsulate enormous cultural narratives, and the 1969 penny is a prime example of this phenomenon. What makes the 1969 US 1 penny stand out isn't just its age, it's the little details that tell a story of design evolution and minting practices that have captivated enthusiasts for decades. The coin carries the visage of President Abraham Lincoln on its obverse, a design that has remained iconic through the years. The reverse, featuring the Lincoln Memorial, connects the coin to a period of American history filled with reflection on heritage and progress. However, it's the subtle variations in mint marks, edge lettering, and even the fineness of the strike that separate an ordinary specimen from one that is exceptionally rare. These minute differences, often overlooked by the untrained eye, are what seasoned collectors scrutinize when they assess a coin's potential for investment and historical significance. Beyond its aesthetic appeal, the historical backdrop of the 1969 penny adds layers of context to its value. This coin was minted during a time when the U.S. Mint was experimenting with techniques to improve production efficiency, which occasionally led to slight misprints or unusual variances. In some instances, collectors have discovered pennies with a sharper strike or a unique distribution of metal that hints at production anomalies. These subtle production quirks, whether accidental or intentional, have become points of fascination that spark discussions among experts and hobbyists alike. In auctions over the past few years, specimens that exhibit these unique characteristics have fetched impressive prices, sometimes doubling or even tripling the value of a standard circulated coin. When discussing market value, it's important to note that condition is king. A 1969 penny in pristine, mint condition can command a significantly higher price than one that has been circulated extensively. Mint state examples, coins that have been preserved with minimal wear, are particularly prized. In auctions, a well-preserved 1969 penny has been known to draw competitive bids from seasoned collectors who recognize the subtle artistry and historical significance encapsulated in the coin. On the other hand, pennies that have seen decades of use, with their edges dulled and surfaces worn, typically offer more modest returns. Yet, even these circulated pieces have their own charm and serve as tangible links to the everyday transactions of a bygone era. Beyond the tangible aspects of rarity and condition, there's a wealth of fascinating stories associated with the 1969 penny. One popular anecdote involves a batch of pennies that, due to a temporary lapse in quality control, ended up with a slight misalignment in their design. For collectors who managed to secure one of these misaligned specimens, the coin became more than just currency, it transformed into a conversation piece, a tangible reminder of the unpredictability of mass production. These quirky historical footnotes are what give each coin a unique personality. It's not unusual to hear collectors sharing tales of how a particular penny unexpectedly became the centerpiece of their collection, often because of a story or error that set it apart from the ordinary. There's also an interesting dimension of regional history tied to this coin. In certain parts of the country, the 1969 penny has a reputation as a lucky coin, passed down through generations with stories of unexpected fortune. Some collectors will argue that these pennies have been found in the most unexpected places, hidden away in antique jewelry boxes, or even discovered in the recesses of old family attics, adding an almost mythical quality to their allure. Such lore not only elevates the coin's mystique but also deepens its historical resonance, inviting collectors to imagine the countless hands that have held these coins over the decades. The minting process itself is a story worth recounting. In 1969, the U.S. Mint was still mastering the balance between speed and precision. The techniques used at the time were a far cry from the automated processes we see today, and each coin was a product of skilled craftsmanship. The care and attention that went into every detail, from the finely chiseled lines of Lincoln's profile to the intricate portrayal of the Lincoln Memorial, reflects an era when even the smallest denomination was treated with a level of respect that today's technology sometimes overshadows. For collectors, owning a 1969 penny isn't just about having a piece of currency, it's about preserving a piece of American heritage, a tangible reminder of the country's journey through modern history. Let's also delve into the current market dynamics for this coin. Over the past few years, the value of a 1969 penny has experienced interesting fluctuations. In the realm of auctions, the coin's worth is often influenced by its condition and any peculiarities in its design. A well-preserved specimen can fetch prices that are notably higher than its circulated counterparts, and records from recent auctions have shown a healthy appetite among collectors for these finely minted examples. The interplay between rarity, condition, and historical significance makes the 1969 penny a dynamic asset, one that continues to hold its value, and in many cases, appreciates over time. Moreover, for many seasoned collectors, the appeal of the 1969 penny lies in its dual role as both a collectible and an investment. The coin market is an ever-evolving landscape, where historical context and aesthetic charm can drive value as much as rarity and condition. With inflation and market dynamics in mind, the investment potential of rare coins like this one is something that many experienced collectors watch closely. A minor variation in a coin's production can set it apart, leading to premium pricing in auction rooms and private sales. And while not every coin will turn into a windfall, the 1969 penny has consistently shown a propensity to outperform many other common denominations when it comes to collectible value. Of course, all of this talk of history, market dynamics, and investment isn't meant to overshadow the pure joy of collecting. For many of us, the thrill of holding a coin with such storied pasts is an experience in itself. The 1969 penny invites you to run your finger over its surface, to marvel at the craftsmanship of its era, and to imagine the countless stories that have played out since it was first minted. It's a small piece of metal that carries a grand narrative, a narrative that spans decades and reflects both the artistry and the imperfections of mass production. Stay tuned as we transition to exploring our next featured coin, a piece with its own fascinating background and story. But before we move on, take a moment to appreciate the rich tapestry woven by the 1969 U.S. 1 penny. It's not just a coin, it's a living relic that continues to inspire and captivate collectors, inviting us to look closer, dig deeper, and celebrate the remarkable journey of American coinage. Shifting gears from our exploration of the 1969 penny's enduring charm, let's step into another chapter of American numismatic history with the 1975 U.S. 1 penny. This coin might seem modest at first glance, yet it holds its own remarkable tale of design innovation, minting challenges, and a few surprises that have made it a sought-after specimen among collectors who appreciate the subtle artistry of everyday currency. The 1975 penny arrived on the scene during an era marked by both technological advancement and the lingering echoes of social change. In a time when production methods were being refined to meet increasing demand, the U.S. Mint was in the midst of evolving its processes to strike coins more efficiently. This period of transformation wasn't without its quirks, and the 1975 penny embodies that spirit perfectly. While the basic design continued to honor President Lincoln's dignified profile on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, minting variations and occasional production anomalies have set certain specimens apart from the standard issues. For collectors who thrive on unearthing those minute differences that distinguish a coin as a rare gem, the 1975 penny offers an exciting hunt. Much like its predecessor, the 1975 coin carries a rich historical context that resonates with enthusiasts who value both its aesthetic and its backstory. Minted during a period when the U.S. economy was grappling with both optimism and uncertainty, the coin reflects the balance between tradition and modernization. The design itself is deceptively simple, a familiar portrait of Lincoln that has been a mainstay for decades, but there are subtle details that make the coin a treasure trove for experienced collectors. For instance, the crispness of the details on Lincoln's profile, the finely etched lines on the reverse, and even the spacing of the inscriptions have all been subject to close scrutiny over the years. In some specimens, you might find that the minting process produced a slightly sharper strike, or in rare cases, even a misalignment that collectors cherish as an unintentional variant. Delving into the nuances of rarity, it's worth noting that the 1975 penny can exhibit a number of distinguishing features that elevate its status. One of the most talked about aspects among aficionados is the occurrence of minor die errors and variations. While most coins emerge from the mint looking nearly identical, every now and then a coin will bear a telltale mark, perhaps a doubled image or an off-center impression, that transforms it from a common piece of currency into a prized collectible. These variations, while not intentionally produced, become a part of the coin's identity in history. In auction rooms, such errors have sparked fierce bidding wars, with collectors willing to pay a premium for a specimen that stands out due to its rarity. The thrill of potentially owning a coin that tells a story of a momentary lapse or a fleeting technical hiccup in the production process adds an extra layer of excitement for seasoned collectors. Speaking of market dynamics, the current landscape for the 1975 penny is as dynamic as its production history suggests. Coins in impeccable mint condition have been known to command notably higher prices than those that have been circulated extensively. When a 1975 penny is found in a condition that preserves all the intricate details, the sharp contours of Lincoln's visage, the well-defined inscriptions, and the vibrant details of the memorial, it's a signal to collectors that this is not just a relic of the past but a sound investment for the future. Auction records reveal that specimens graded as uncirculated or in near-perfect condition often attract bids that far exceed the baseline value of their more worn counterparts. It's a fascinating interplay between history, rarity, and the evolving tastes of collectors, and it's this very dynamic that keeps the market vibrant and full of potential. Beyond the technical details and auction numbers, the 1975 penny also carries with it a trove of intriguing anecdotes that have been passed down among collectors. There's a particularly captivating story about a coin that, due to an exceptionally rare die variation, was discovered almost by accident in a roll of pennies. The owner of that coin later recounted how its unique characteristics, something as subtle as a slightly off-center imprint, sparked immediate recognition and admiration from fellow collectors at a local coin show. Tales like these add a personal, almost human element to what might otherwise seem like mere metal. They remind us that every coin, regardless of its face value, holds the potential to become a cherished heirloom with a story worth sharing. The lore surrounding the 1975 penny isn't confined solely to technical anomalies either. In some communities, these coins have taken on a kind of mythic quality. There are accounts of family traditions where a 1975 penny was passed down through generations, each owner attributing it with a bit of good fortune or a reminder of the resilience and continuity of American history. For many collectors, owning a 1975 penny is as much about preserving these personal and communal narratives as it is about appreciating the coin's historical and economic value. This intersection of personal memory and national heritage makes the coin a fascinating study in how everyday objects can become laden with meaning over time. Of course, the condition of a coin plays a crucial role in its desirability and market value. With the 1975 penny, the difference between a coin in uncirculated mint state and one that's been gently handled over the decades is stark. Mint state examples, with their untouched luster and pristine details, are not only visually impressive but also serve as a testament to the original quality of the minting process. In contrast, coins that have seen extensive circulation, bearing the wear and tear of everyday use, are valued differently. While they might not command the same premium in auction settings, circulated coins still retain historical significance and appeal to those who appreciate the narrative of a coin's journey through time. The nuances of condition-based value variations are a reminder that in numismatics, every coin has its own story, and the marks of time can sometimes add to the allure rather than detract from it. In terms of design and craftsmanship, the 1975 penny also represents a period when technological improvements began to subtly alter the way coins were produced. The transition towards more modern minting techniques introduced a level of consistency that was previously hard to achieve, yet it also opened the door to those rare moments when the machinery didn't perform as expected. Collectors cherish these moments because they underscore the unpredictable nature of production, a reminder that even in an era of precision, there is always room for the unexpected. This blend of modern efficiency and occasional imperfection creates a fascinating duality, a coin that is both a product of advanced manufacturing and a relic of a time when each minting error was a rare and memorable event. For those who follow the auction circuit or participate in numismatic shows, the 1975 penny has carved out its niche as a coin that combines aesthetic appeal with a compelling historical narrative. Auction records from recent years indicate that well-preserved specimens of the 1975 penny have seen impressive bidding activity, particularly when an error or variation is detected. The competitive nature of these auctions speaks to the coin's status among collectors who are always on the lookout for that one piece which not only adds to their collection but also offers a unique story. The bidding process itself, filled with anticipation and excitement, is a microcosm of the broader world of numismatics, where history, art, and market dynamics converge in a single, captivating object. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the story of the 1975 penny. Its legacy, marked by both precision and the occasional serendipitous error, invites us to celebrate the unexpected beauty found in the minutiae of everyday currency. As we conclude this segment, remember that every coin tells a story, and the 1975 U.S. 1 penny is a chapter rich with detail, history, and the enduring thrill of discovery.